Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Swamy Vijay's EMRS 2025 PGT and TGT English demo class, or you can call it as a preparatory strategy or preparation class or preparatory class. So in this class, we are going to discuss how to prepare for EMRS PGT English and TGT English. So sharp 7 p.m. today we started. Last class also, I mean like Monday also we started at sharp 7 p.m. But because due to internet disruption our power supply was not available, so I could not complete the class on time. So it was taken around 8:45 to 9:45. Okay, so today's class is completely focused on Tier 2 examination, especially about PGT English and TGT English strategy. So we don't wait for anybody. It's 7 p.m. So we start sharp 7 p.m. Whoever likes to join, they may like to join, and whoever are watching online on YouTube live, welcome you all once again to the Swamy Vijay's EMRS 2025 PGT English and TGT English class. So let me show you first what are we going to discuss in this 1 hour. So here you can see this is the welcome slide. So today is Wednesday and today is 1st October 2025. I know that in the northern part of India today is a festival, even in the southern part of India is also a festival. But for me the biggest festival is the day you clear EMRS examination and become as a PGT English and TGT English. So as per the schedule we are conducting these classes. So now we are going to discuss Tier 2 syllabus, PGT English and TGT English. What is the syllabus prescribed by the EMRS and how to approach to this syllabus. Then in the next slide, we are going to discuss the Tier 2 examination strategy about number of objective questions, number of descriptive questions, and how many total marks are allotted for the objective questions, how many total marks are allotted for the descriptive questions. Okay. Then in the next slide, we are going to discuss in detail the Tier 2 PGT English syllabus and Tier 2 TGT English syllabus, objective as well as descriptive questions. Then we'll discuss the strategy for EMRS PGT English and TGT English. How to approach, what is the right strategy we have to follow so that we can score maximum marks in Tier 2 examination. So if you have seen the previous slide, the Tier 2 examination for PGT English is for 100 marks. So out of 100 marks, how to score maximum marks? Because as I already told in the previous video, your Tier 1 examination marks are not going to be included into the Tier 2 examination. So whoever scores the top marks out of 100 marks in this Tier 2 examination, they will be shortlisted and they will be given appointment order for the PGT English and TGT English posts. Okay, so we are going to discuss in detail about the strategy for EMRS PGT English and for TGT English, especially for the descriptive part and the objective part or OMR part. Then we are going to discuss the preparation steps. What are the steps we have to follow, how to approach to this syllabus, how to approach to the examination in the right manner. Then we'll discuss the writing part, note making and summarizing. We'll discuss section B, writing skills, notice writing, poster preparation, process writing, advertisement, invitation, reply to invitation, and long compositions, article writing, speech writing, debate writing, factual description, letter writing, under letter writing, business or official letters, letter to editor, and job application or curriculum vitae or resume. Then we'll discuss one example of writing skills, invitation. How you are going to get the questions in objective way and in descriptive way. If they ask you an one mark question, then what type of questions are you going to get? And if they ask you a descriptive question for 4 marks, then what type of questions you are going to get and how you have to answer to those questions. That we are going to discuss in this class. And then after that we'll discuss how to write a descriptive answer so that you can get 4 out of 4 marks in the answer writing skills. Then we'll discuss how to prepare for EMRS PGT English. The strategy we'll discuss, and then we'll discuss the exact method of descriptive answer writing. So then how to approach to the question, how to approach to the text, all these things we are going to discuss. And then I'll show you one example answer also on the screen. and then I'll show you and I'll explain you there are how to follow and how to answer to this question with the 7-step strategy. So there are 7-step strategy is there, and we have to follow the 7-step strategy so that we can write a descriptive answer in a very effective manner, so that we can get 4 out of 4 marks in the descriptive part and descriptive answer. Then afterwards I am going to give you the formula to write descriptive answers for the Tier 2 examination, and then I'm going to introduce you, if you like to join online classes, then how to join online classes, where to join online classes, to whom to approach to join online classes. So these are going to be discussed in this class. So we are going to start this class in Google Classrooms, and in this demo class I'll shift you now into the Google slide so that it will be easy for me and for you also to understand and to see the visual very clearly, whoever is watching, whoever is attending these classes. Okay, so now I'll shift to Google Slides. So I'll bring the call to Google Slides. So automatically whoever is present in the Google Classroom, I mean Google Meet, they will be automatically enter into the Google slide. So here you can see we are now in the Google slide. So let me go with the full screen. So before that, let me go back to the first slide, and then I'll keep it as a full screen, and you can see me and you can hear me, and then it is now very clear whoever is watching on screen. Narendranath, is it clear for you? Narendranath.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So we'll go ahead. So we'll skip this and then we'll straight away move to the next slide. Okay. So now we are here for PGT English and TGT English. So in the last video, I described and explained how to approach, what is the strategy, what is the right strategy for Tier 1 examination. Of course, I am not an expert in teaching history, science, reasoning ability, computer knowledge, domain. But here in this Tier 2, I have masters, I have mastery, or I have so many years of experience with which I can tell you, I can share with you a few strategies which will help you to fetch out and out marks. So in Tier 2 examination, as you already know, here in Tier 2 examination, it is combination of descriptive and as well as objective. So component of the test includes subject specific syllabus is uploaded on the website of the NESTS under ESSC 2025, and the syllabus is already downloaded. Most of you must be knowing what is the content of the syllabus. So if you come to the number of questions, if you see here number of questions, objective questions are 40 questions you are going to get, and then descriptive questions 15 questions you are going to get. Now what are these objective questions? Objective questions are those questions which are given, which are going to be coming in your examination for 1 mark. Okay, so for 1 mark you are going to get these questions. So just a minute. So I can see on YouTube live, Sujay Mandal is attending online class, live session, and then Chandana Mishra is also attending online class. Then Kapil is also attending online class, and Naveen Kumar is also attending online class. Right. So I welcome you all to the online class. You are watching online session on YouTube live. So let me continue and let me focus on the class. So as I told you, there are objective questions and descriptive questions, and total number of questions, if we take objective questions, are 40 and descriptive questions are 50. Now if you come to total marks, here you can see the objective questions carry 40 marks. That means 40 questions and 40 marks. That means each right answer gives you 1 full mark. So it is like objective questions means like you may get or you will get OMR sheet, and you will get the question paper of that objective part. You have to read the questions and you have to select the right answer, and you have to bubble that particular answer option in the OMR sheet. So that is 40 marks paper or OMR sheet or OMR based examination. After that you have descriptive part. Now This descriptive part you are going to get 15 questions. So how many questions? 15 questions you are going to get in the descriptive part. And the descriptive part and objective part, total number of questions are 55. Whereas if you see the total marks here on screen, if you see the total marks, objective carries 40 marks, whereas the descriptive part carries 60 marks. That means the 15 questions and 60 marks means each answer carries 4 marks. So 15 fours are 60 marks. That means you need to write a 15 answers under descriptive part of the question paper. So for the descriptive part, you may get the same question paper, or in that same question paper, first part will be objective questions where you have to answer in the OMR sheet, and the second part you may be given a booklet, and then in that booklet you have to answer those questions. So 15 questions answers you have to, right? And according to my guess, they may give choice also. Like if I could remember, long back when I wrote, they had given choice for each and every part. That means there are 4 parts in the syllabus: reading comprehension, reading skills part is there, writing section is there, and then grammar section is there, and then literature section is there. So for 4 parts, they may divide these questions equally in number, and they may give even internal choice also. But as there is no sample question paper available, this is just speculation and I'm speaking out of my experience. So 15 questions you have to answer for 60 marks, and the test will be of 3 hours. So there is 3 hours examination for both objective type and descriptive type. And out of these 100 marks, as I told you in the previous video already, there are 118 posts are there all India level for PGTs. So out of 118 posts, if the competition, if the 118 posts means you should fall into the category of top 100. That means irrespective of your caste category, all those things, if you score top 100 rank or one among the top 100, so there is maximum chance for you to get selected for the PGT and TGT. TGT I don't remember exact number of the post, but for PGT it's 118 post. So 100, 1 to 100 rank, if you fall into the rank of 1 to 100, there is maximum chance for you to get selected. And as I told you again and again, there is no interview for PGT and TGT English. So based upon your marks in the tier 2 examination, you will be directly selected for the post. So out of 100 marks and out of the first 100 ranks, my guess and my speculation, or whatever you may call it, my idea is, if you can score more than 90 marks, don't laugh, don't think it's impossible, it is very much possible. If you can score 90 out of 100 or 90 plus out of 100 or 90 above out of 100, you may definitely get a job in EMRS as a PGT English or TGT English. So aim for above 90 plus or 90 plus marks. Even you can score more than 95 also, but let us keep a target 90 plus marks, and above 90 marks if you score out of 100, you can easily get the placement. Now the thing is it easy to score 90 plus or 90 above in tier 2 examination, and that too for language or literature students like you and me? Yes, it is possible, because this is kind of a combination of examination of both objective and descriptive. This is generally followed by the UGC NET. If you have given UGC NET and if you have cleared UGC NET examination, you should have seen that the objective paper is the descriptive paper. Long back, not recently. Long back we used to write both objective and descriptive paper. So like paper 1 is objective, paper 2 is descriptive. So I had written in that format long back. So UGC NET format, I suppose they are reusing, or they are using the UGC NET format. So what I am trying to tell you, that 90 above marks are always safer, and it may guarantee you, or it will guarantee you for a post in the PGT English and TGT English. So aim for 90 plus marks. Okay, so here preparation of merit list is based on merit list for the post of PGT will be prepared on the basis of the performance in the tier 2 examination only. So qualifying examination is tier 1. If you successfully clear tier 1 examination, you will be qualified for tier 2, and in tier 2, based upon your performance, based upon your marks, you will be selected. So tier 2 marks only going to be considered, will be considered for the final selection, not tier 1 marks. Okay, then let us move to the next slide. So now this is the syllabus. Most of you have seen the syllabus and most of you have understood the syllabus in detail, but let me also explain one from my side in my own way. So tier 2 English you have for 100 marks. This is the syllabus for 100 marks. So reading comprehension or unseen passages are there. So reading unseen passages, it's like coming from factual, descriptive or literary passages to assess comprehension, interpretation, inference and vocabulary. Unseen case-based passages with verbal, visual inputs like statistic data, charts, etc. So there will be a couple of 2 or 3 unseen passages. Not only passages, even they may give you unseen poems also. I can't say unseen poems, but you may get passages as well as even poems also in your question paper. So we should practice not only passages, but also poetry also we have to follow. So let me put it in a simple way. We should practice passages. We should also practice poems. So poems and as well as passages both should be practiced, so that in case if you get a poem also, you should be in a position to write answer to the questions given under the poem. So prose and poetry both we have to practice for reading comprehension or unseen passage. Okay, then second one is note making and summarization. So whoever is already teaching in CBSE schools, whoever is following the NCERT textbooks, they know that this is a syllabus for class 12 students, board students. They have to practice reading comprehension, unseen passage in class 12, and note making summarization is part of class 11 syllabus. So class 11, class 12 CBSE syllabus or NCERT syllabus has been given for your examination. So what are the reference books for you? The reference books are class 11 and class 12 CBSE or NCERT English textbooks. Those two books are the reference material for you. And for what you call class 11, you have two textbooks. One is main textbook, another one supplementary textbook. And class 12, you have two textbooks. One is main textbook and supplementary textbook. Vistas is there, Snapshot is there, Hornbill is there. So these are the textbooks you have to purchase, and you have to read those textbooks thoroughly. Okay, the logic behind I'm telling all these things to you is, if once you get selected as a PGT English, you are going to teach this textbook to the class 11 and class 12 students. So you should be thorough about with these textbooks. Then under creative writing skills, you should learn notice writing in objective manner and as well as in descriptive manner. Notice writing you have to learn formal invitation, informal invitation, and reply to formal invitation, reply to informal invitation. You must learn letters based on verbal, visual input. Letter writing you have to learn, letter to editor you have to learn, business letters you have to learn, complaint letters you have to learn. Then article writing, report writing, descriptive and analytical nature, both objective method and descriptive method. Both objective questions you should answer, both as well as for the descriptive questions also you should learn how to answer. Then classified advertisements, poster, speech writing, and these are the topics under creative writing skills which you have to practice descriptive manner, that you should write the notice properly, you should write the letter writing properly. Okay, then we have grammar, questions on gap filling, tenses, clauses, questions on reordering, transformation of sentences. All these are part of class 11 grammar textbooks. Then literature, we have Shakespeare's work. Now this is there is an ambiguity regarding Shakespeare works, because what to be studied? Shakespeare has written 32 plays, Shakespeare has written so many poems. Now what to be studied? So there is a strategy what to be studied, what to be left, so that we will not get overburdened with the syllabus. I'll explain in the coming class. Then romantic period is specified. In romantic period we have to study Shelley, P.B. Shelley, P.C. Shelley, and then William Wordsworth we have to study, Keats we have to study, Coleridge, etc. they have given. Here is the catch. Etc. means what? Whoever are part of romantic period, we have to study all those poets, all those prose writers, all those people who are part of this romantic period. Now what books are what areas, what works of art to be studied? We have to study each and everything, but we should focus on the major and popular works in the romantic period by the popular writers. Then 19th and 20th century American English and English literature. Example: Robert Frost, Hemingway, Whitman, Hawthorne, Emily Dickinson, Bernard Shaw, Arthur Miller, etc. So this etc. causes lot of confusion, lot of problems. What to be studied? There is a strategy, there is a clear picture, there is a clear route map, what to study, how to study from my side. So I'll explain all those things in the coming videos. Then modern Indian writing in English. Example: Anita Desai, Vikram Seth, Nissim Ezekiel, K.N. Daruwala, Ruskin Bond, R.K. Narayan, Mulk Rajanan, Kushwant Singh, etc. Again, etc. So you have a question whether we have to study Chetan Bhagat. Yes, of course, we have to go through the Chetan Bhagat also. There is a question, there is a chance that the popular writers can be asked in the examination. Okay, then modern writing in English from other parts of the world. Now this is the broader area. We can't minimize this, we can't make it into a small area, because from parts of the world, English from other parts of the world. Now which literature you have to study? The literature which was written in English language. So it can be the author, the writer, the poet can be from Middle East country, the author and the poet can be from the European country, or from the Australia, South America, North America, Africa, any part of this world. Here they have given Latin America, Africa, Australia, South Asia. So again, this also makes us more confusion and it troubles most of the candidates. The reason is what to study. No need to confusion. The clear picture is available with me. I'll guide you. I'll tell you what to study and what authors, who is more important in these areas. So this is a brief introduction about the PGT English syllabus. Coming to TGT also almost all same, but some questions are deleted from the PGT syllabus. Like in the reading section, note making is deleted because it is not for the higher classes. And in writing section, if you see, what you call notice writing, message or postcard writing is given, then process is given, then report of an event is given, reporting of a place is given. So article, debate, speech, all this, letter writing, formal, informal, letter to editor, letter of complaint, letter of request, descriptive, personal letters, all these are part of the TGT. TGT English means you have to teach from class 6 to class 10. Most major focus will be on 8th, 9th class and 10th class. Now section C also same, like tenses, grammar part, tenses, models, voice, subject, verb, concord, connectors, clauses, parts of speech, punctuation, sequencing to form a coherent sentence or a paragraph. So this part of English syllabus. Then if you come to literature section D also, same syllabus is given, but the level of the questions will be little lower. But let me tell you, as we have provided, we provided coaching for KVS and NVS. The question paper was not easy. The question paper was very difficult. It was tough question paper. So they may ask you questions from these areas, but the composition of the question, the structure of the question, the level of the question will be very, very difficult. Okay. So now, what is the strategy for EMRS PGT English? So let us understand these things clearly so that whoever is preparing, whoever is watching, should get benefited from watching this video. So what is the strategy for EMRS PGT English? This strategy is also suitable for the TGT English. So now there are few steps you have to understand. So how to prepare? Practice reading comprehension, factual reading comprehension or factual passages, descriptive passages, literary passages, case-based passages with data and charts. But most of the MA English literature students are postgraduates in English literature who are already working as a teachers, who are already working as a lecturers. They obviously neglect this particular part because they think themselves that they have mastery over this particular area, so they don't prepare for this part. But that is completely wrong. You should practice, you must practice. The reason is, if you don't practice, you will get lost in these unseen passages. You think it is easy, some of you thinking that we will complete the unseen passages at the end because those are easy, but it is not like that. The vocabulary used, the terminology used, the composition of the passage would be very, very difficult. So you must practice reading comprehension. Then note making and summarization techniques you should learn, the format you should learn, the abbreviations how to write, the summarizing how to do, all these things you should write and you should practice again and again, because note making definitely they will ask in the descriptive question matter. Then short compositions like notice writing, advertisement, poster, invitation, process writing, All these things you need to practice on paper. You should write those answers. Then long composition like article, report writing, debate writing, speech writing, all these things you must practice in the correct format, because they'll give you a question: write an article on global warming or evil effects of global warming. So when you get that article, you should write the article into the proper structure, in the proper format, dividing the answer into introduction, explanation, and the conclusion. So in that format if you write, then you will fetch out and out marks. Then grammar, we have to practice tenses, clauses, etc. Grammar will be given in form of what you call objective questions. That means 1 mark questions they will give you from grammar part. They will give you even questions from short compositions and long compositions also in 1 mark, and as well as for the descriptive part also. Then literature we have to study. Of course, as we are all literature students, you must have studied all these important areas already, I hope. But in case if you don't have the complete command over literature, then there is a method that you should begin the literature not from Shakespearean age. You should begin the literature starting from the old English literature. You have to master the periods of English literature starting from 420 BC. You have to come to 2025. So you have to study the English literature, the benchmark, the scale, the route map for studying literature and to understand the literature and to score maximum marks in literature is the guide map, is the route map is periods of English literature. You should study the literature through the periods of English literature, starting from the old English literature, middle English literature, then comes the Renaissance, then comes the Romantic period, Neoclassic, all this, then modern literature, postmodern literature, meta-modern literature. In this sequence you have to study. If you study in that sequence, you will never forget the literature, the periods, ages, writers, as well as the technical terms like poetic devices, literary terms, all those things you will never forget. So there is a route map for learning literature in the exact way which will fetch you out and out marks in the question paper or examination. Then you have to practice MCQ part and you have to practice even the descriptive part. Now, as I told you, one example I'll show you, note making. So most of you, those who are teaching already in class 11, you must be already might have taught note making. If you have not, then you need to learn note making. So note making is divided into notes, which also include keywords or abbreviations, and then it includes summary. So in examination, if you get a passage and if you have to prepare notes out of the given passage, then you should write the note making in this particular format. Then let us move to the second part of the syllabus. We completed the reading section, BA, and section B is the writing skills. So in this writing skills, you have to prepare notice writing, poster preparation, process writing, advertisement, invitation, reply to invitation. So all these are short compositions, and long compositions: article writing, speech writing, debate writing, report writing, factual description, business or official letters, letter to editor, job application. All these letters you have to, all these topics you have to practice in descriptive manner, and also understand if the question comes in objective way like MCQ question, how to answer to those questions. So as this is an introductory class for the syllabus for English, PGT and TGT, let me just show you one example here. So here you can see the left side is invitation. There are two types of invitations are there: formal invitation, informal invitation. Card type invitation is called formal invitation. Letter type invitation is called informal invitation. And if they ask you to write or prepare a draft and invitation in examination, you should prepare the draft or prepare a draft or compose the invitation in the format. If the question is official invitation, then you have to prepare the card format. If the question is asked for informal invitation, then you have to prepare in the letter writing. Then these questions can be even asked for 1 mark. Now see here, what is the tone of an informal invitation? So 4 options are there: informal but courteous, B, relaxed and descriptive, C, polite and pleasant, D, exciting and exuberant. Now, whoever is attending online class, Narendranath is only attending online class today. Last class there were more than 20-25 students, but maybe today, as it is a festival day, they may be right. So Narendranath sir, can you unmute your microphone and can you pick one option which is right for the question number 3? And those who are watching online on YouTube, can you give me the right answer for the question number 3? What is the tone of an informal invitation? Informal but courteous, relaxed and descriptive, polite and pleasant, exciting and exuberant. Out of these four options, which one is correct option? Narendra sir.
Sir, informal means regular, customary, I think so, sir.
Mm.
And day-to-day life, we generally use informal language. So, what are the options? I am not able to understand, sir. Can you please repeat those options, sir?
His screen is not visible?
Right now, I'm using a mobile phone, sir, which is not showing, sir.
Okay, fine. So what is the tone of an informal invitation? So when you write an informal invitation, what must be the tone of the informal invitation? Option A, informal but courteous. Option B, relaxed and descriptive. Option C, polite and pleasant. Option D, exciting and exuberant.
I'm thinking option one, sir.
Option A. Right, fine. So those who are watching on YouTube, you can send message in the in the YouTube chat box, so that I can also see which option you all pick. Let us go to the second. That means I want to show you what type of questions you may get in your examination. Okay, let us move to the next slide. Now, half an hour is already completed. So now let us enter into the descriptive part. So this half an hour is completely dedicated for the descriptive answer writing for the literature portion. Okay, we completed the descriptive part for the section B, writing section, notice, invitation, poster, all those things, and even letter writing, article writing, speech writing. Now let us focus on writing answers for the descriptive part of the literature portion. So when a question comes in your literature part, especially the literature means section D, how to answer to those questions. So important note on answering descriptive questions, please read it slowly. I'll also read it. For 4 mark descriptive question, so my guess is 15 questions means there must be 4 marks each question. So 4 marks descriptive answers, if how to write. First, read the original text thoroughly, and then when you start answering, your answer should be a concise paragraph of around 80 to 120 words. So the word limit must be followed. 80 to 120 words must be followed. Don't write 200 words, or don't write 400 words, or don't write 2 pages in this. Directly address the question in your opening sentence. Provide specific examples like character names, plot points, thematic details, and literary devices. So whatever is asked, according to that particular question only, you have to answer to the question. Then offer a critical insight or analysis, not just plot summary. Don't write the summary of the text. If they ask you a question from Macbeth, don't write the story of the Macbeth. If they ask you this question from Tempest, don't write the story of the Tempest. Okay, according to the question, you should write answer. Then offer a critical insight or analysis, not just plot summary. Be well structured with a clear flow of ideas. Okay, so your answer should, like, no, when they read, the answer should flow like a water, not only water, like a mercury. So whoever reads your descriptive answer, they should feel that each and every word is connected, each and every word is sentence is connected. So likewise, you are fluid. I need to say the word is fluid actually. So the answer should be very fluid and precise, and the answer should be very, very straight to the point. Okay, now let us understand what are the things we have to understand to write the descriptive part. As it is the first time most of you are going to appear in the descriptive manner of examination, you should be very thorough about with this preparation. So how to prepare for EMRS PGT English, descriptive and OMR. Descriptive part, I am going to focus for your question, one mark question. The same strategy you have to prepare. If you prepare thoroughly for descriptive part, automatically you can answer to the objective part questions also. So there is no separate strategy for these two. If you prepare Hamlet, Macbeth, Julius Caesar thoroughly, whichever question they ask, background question, foreground question, literary devices, whatever they ask, soliloquies, you can easily answer the 1 mark question. So you need to prepare in a comprehensive manner for the descriptive part. That will help you even answer even to the objective part of the question paper. Then before you begin answering, you should have deep textual knowledge. So move beyond summary. Don't read summary from the materials and don't think you have gained entire information from the text. you should move away from the summary. For each prescribed text like Shakespeare's, Romantics, Indian writers, prepare critical notes on themes, characters, symbols, and literary devices. Quote judiciously to support your argument. So don't confine yourself only to the summary of the text. It is not at all useful to clear any competitive examination. You should dive deep into the subject. You should take a plunge into the subject, and you should understand the deepest ravines, the innermost things of the text. Then only you can answer to those questions. Okay, then structured answer writing. I'll show you how to write an answer. Even one example answer also I'll show you on screen. So read the notes provided through, thoroughly structure every answer logically. Then your answer must include introduction, body of the answer, and conclusion. 3-4 parts you have to divide. Even you can take the quotes, original quotes and original sentences from the text when you are writing the descriptive answer. Okay, so introduction part is begin with a clear thesis statement directly addressing the question. Whatever the question is given, direct to the point, first sentence to be written. Don't go in a roundabout way to answer those questions. Then under the body of the answer, develop 2 or 3 coherent paragraphs, but don't take the paragraphs means 6 sentence paragraphs or 10 sentence paragraphs. It can be 3 sentences, or you can combine all these to make in one single para also. That is also fine. Each with a topic, sentence, explanation, and textual evidence. So whenever you write any answer, support with the evidence. Take the extracts, take the original sentences, original lines, original verse from the prose and poetry. Okay, then conclusion you have to write. End with a concise summary that reinforces your thesis. If they ask you to explain or justify or what is your opinion, such kind of questions when they come, you need to answer with a proper concluding or conclusion. Then let us move to the next one. So practice under time condition. Now this is also difficult. Even now, objective question paper also, so many candidates they tell that they couldn't find time to answer to all the questions. Now it is a descriptive part, so you should practice these with a time constraint. So regularly write answers within the strict time limits. Example, 120 words maximum you should complete within 10 minutes. So 15 questions, even if you take 10 minutes for each question, that means 150 minutes minimum you require to complete writing answer to the descriptive part of the question paper. But is it so easy? Because you need to think before writing answer. So taking this part also, thinking, structuring the sentence mentally, thinking about the answer, what to write, what not to write, how to write, what to write in what place, all these things will take time. So even if you can complete writing one answer in the like a superman or superwoman in the fastest possible way, still it takes 10 minutes. So 10 minutes means 15 questions means 150 minutes. That means almost all 2 hours it will take for completing this descriptive part, and then 1 hour you have to complete the objective part. So it needs to be practiced in a well planned manner, so that within 3 hours you can complete the descriptive part and as well as the objective part. And if I guess, they may give you the OMR sheet in the first part, and they will fix a time like 60 minutes to be completed. Within 60 minutes you have to complete that objective part or MCQ questions, and then 2 hours you may be given for completing the descriptive part. But if they combine both, then that would be easy for you. If they combine three hours, if they allot you for both descriptive and objective part, then you can utilize maximum time for the descriptive part answer writing, and you can minimize time in the objective part. But it depends upon the candidate. I cannot go with the one single strategy. Then master critical terminology. So wave in relevant literary terms. Whenever you write answer, when it is a technical answer, when they ask you soliloquy, when they ask you figures of speech, literary terms, poetic devices, rhyme scheme, rhythm, meter, all those things, then you should use those terms only. You cannot write in a plain language, in a layman's language, in layman's terminology. So you should master that particular critical terminology, like hamartia, magic realism, sublime, negative capability, to demonstrate analytical depth and scholarly command. Okay, then review and refine. Compare your answers with the model solutions. Of course, I have given model answers in this slide, coming slides. Focus on improving clarity, conciseness, and argument strength. Prioritize error-free language and neat presentation. So now what I want to tell you that 2 things you have to be very careful. One is your answer, what you write, what you are going to include, the grammar, the what you call the coherence, the structure, logical thinking, everything is one part. Second one is how do you present that on paper. If you present that on paper without any proper design, without any proper alignment, then your answer don't what do you call, no, it's not, it will not become eye catching. So the two things is what you write is important. I do accept what you write is important, content is important, but at the same time the presentation is also most important. So you should know what to write, and you should also know how to write that answer. So these are the things which you are going to learn in the coming classes. Now it is 7:40. So now within this 20 minutes, 10 minutes time, we'll analyze one answer of descriptive question, only one answer. Then we'll go with the question answer session. Whoever want to ask questions for the last 10 minutes, you can ask the question. Otherwise, we'll end this class. So let us see one question. This question was given in 2010 when I wrote KVS examination. So I could barely remember the exact structure of the question, but the question is was framed on this particular topic. So the descriptive question for 4 marks is explain why Shakespeare's Macbeth is considered a tragic hero. So we know that Macbeth is a tragedy. Shakespeare's one of the greatest tragedies is Macbeth. So now they ask you who wrote Macbeth. They don't ask you such kind of question. They'll ask you explain why Shakespeare's Macbeth is considered a tragic hero. Now you can write answer based upon your own analysis, your own study. So I have given an example answer. You can write even better than what I had written on the screen. So now the question I'll show you, explain why Shakespeare's Macbeth is considered a tragic hero. So the answer I have written here is in one single paragraph using all the introduction, body of the answer and conclusion is Macbeth is considered as a classical tragic hero first and foremost. So the straight to the point, the question is explain why Shakespeare's Macbeth is considered a tragic hero. So it is straight to the point. Macbeth is considered as a classic tragic hero. We accepted, we agreed to the question, and we are going to justify the answer. It is not like no, I don't accept Macbeth is a tragic hero, he is a superhero, he is a comedy hero. Then the answer completely deviated from the question topic. So straight first point, Macbeth is considered a classic tragic hero first and foremost because he begins the play as a noble and highly respected figure. King Duncan praised. So you all know, if you remember the play, he returns after completing or after getting victory in the battle. So while he was coming, he was interrupted, or what do you call, he was interrupted by the 3 witches. So he was actually a good man, a noble man of the highest caliber, but when the witches foretold his future about he chance of him becoming as the king, then his mind got corrupted. So he is not an ordinary man, he is a man of high morals and high values. King Duncan prizes his bravery and loyalty in battle, establishing him a worthy individual of high stature, a key element of the tragic hero. So who is a tragic hero? A tragic hero is from maximum the highest stature, or you can say there are few qualities. There are the Shakespearean tragedy features are there, Shakespearean comedy features are there, Shakespearean history features are there. So he is a tragic hero. He is from a noble family. He has fallen from the heights of glory to the depths of degradation because of his what do you call one weakness. If you know the weakness, whoever is watching, you can text in the message. Then, however, his tragic flaw, often identified as a vaulting ambition, drives his choice. Influenced by the witch's prophecies and his wife's manipulation, if you can remember the name of his wife, very famous character in the English literature, Macbeth willfully chooses to murder Duncan, initiating his own moral and political decline. This conscious decision highlights his personal responsibility for his downfall, moving him from hero to tyrant. Despite his atrocities, Macbeth never entirely loses the audience's sympathy. His profound soliloquies reveal his torment and self-awareness. Here you can add even 1 or 2 soliloquies spoken by Macbeth, particularly in his famous reflection on his life's meaninglessness. Okay, he says, no, life is a tale told by an idiot with sound and fury. Of course, Shakespeare, but it was spoken out of Macbeth. His death is not merely deserved but evokes pity and fear as audience recognizes how a great man was destroyed by his own fallings, thus fulfilling Aristotle's criteria for strategy. So Aristotle has a criteria to define or to decide a text or a play as a tragedy. So this answer is, I cannot say absolutely perfect, but it is apt to the question. So likewise you have to write. Now what are the points? How I have structured this answer? Here is the strategy. So if you want to write such kind of an answer or to write a better answer than what I had shown on the screen, you have to follow 7-step strategy. First one, direct introduction you have to do. Answer the question straight away. Don't beat around the bush. Don't write the summary. Don't write what you know. You should write what the answer, what the question paper setter, what the examiner, what the evaluator wants to see in your answer. Then context or background. Place the text, author, character in the context. So you bring the characters into the answer. You bring the author into the context. You bring the text into the context. Don't bring your personal opinions into the context. Don't say Macbeth is not a good person and his wife is a not good person. Who wants your personal opinions? You have to write, you have to quote, you have to bring the original text and character and author into the answer. Then define the core idea. Identify the key theme, flaw, quality or feature. What is the most important theme or what is the most important flaw or quality which is asked in the question? Then use evidence. As I told you, bring the original text, bring the original lines from the text, bring the original quotes from the text so that it will enrich your answer. Then critical analysis. Interpret, just not narrate, show why it matters. So what is critical analysis? If a text is given to you, if they ask you explain, analyze, interpret, you should do in that lines only. Don't write the summary and don't write a narration or don't write just the meaning of those things. Then link to literary criticism. Use Aristotle, Coleridge, Eliot and other critics when relevant. So we have T.S. Eliot also. So you need to correlate, you need to mix all these parts. Then conclude effectively. Show how the answer fulfills the question plus add a final reflective note. So these are the 7 steps. This is the 7-step strategy we are going to follow, we are going to apply to write answers to each and every descriptive answer which is related to the literature part. I am not telling that this strategy is suitable for the writing section like notice writing, long compositions like article writing, speech writing. For that there is a different strategy. This strategy is exclusive for literature portion. Okay. Then what is the formula? The formula is for writing descriptive answer under literature portion is intro, context, flaw or theme, evidence, analysis, theory and conclusion. This is the formula we are going to use to write answers to the descriptive part of the questions. So now it is 7:47. So one more time let me explain. There are 2 different strategies for writing descriptive answers. If the question comes from writing section and if the question is like write a notice writing to display in the school notice board about like school annual day celebration, then you should write that notice writing in the particular format using a particular strategy. But when the question comes from the literature portion, when the question comes from Shakespeare or Romantic period or modern English literature or American English literature, for example, as I told you the question about Shakespeare's Hamlet, Macbeth, there can be a more question, why Wordsworth is considered as the greatest romantic poets. We know that the greatest romantic poet is John Keats. Now, if the comparison question is asked, why Wordsworth is considered as one of the greatest, means you can answer. But if the question comes in this way, why Wordsworth or why does William Wordsworth considered as the greatest romantic poet, then you need to supply the right information to consider Wordsworth as the greatest romantic poet. Because romantic poetry or romanticism or the romantic period begin with his publication of his book along with S.D. Coleridge. So all these things you should know to write before writing answer. Again I am telling you, the strategy to prepare or to study for English literature is the route map, the guide map is periods of English literature starting from 420 BC with the old English literature, Beowulf, to 2025 the postmodern English literature from till Banu Mustaq, who got the Pulitzer Prize, who got the Booker Prize in recent time. So from that part, Beowulf, unknown author, from Beowulf to the modern Banu Mustaq, you have to study. You should be thorough with all those texts and all those information. Then whatever the area they pick and they throw you on you in the examination, you can easily answer the question. So it is a complete comprehensive way to prepare. Don't just select only Shakespeare text, 4 text, tragedy 4, what you call comedy 2, and then history 2. Edward will study, Richard will study, or will study what you call Hamlet, Macbeth, Julius Caesar, and Tempest, shortest play, and then we'll take As You Like It, Midsummer's Dream. Then fine, we are prepared. You will never get a job if you go in such a manner. You should prepare it the proper plan, starting from old English literature to the modern or postmodern, or even I can call you that, as we are involved in producing meta-modern English literature or meta-modern literature. You need to even understand the meta-modern English post-modern literature, T.S. Eliot, post-modern English literature, then after postmodern, you can call it as a meta-modern English literature. Okay, so from old English literature to meta-modern English literature, from 420 BC to 2025, you have to study in a proper manner, in the proper sequence. Then only your mind will analyze, process, and understand and remember English literature. Whatever question, whatever area they pick, you can easily answer the questions. So now it is 7:50, 10 more minutes. So these 10 more minutes are going to be allotted for whoever are interested to join online classes in the flipped classroom method. So now we actually, from Dheeraira Charity Foundation, we have Dheeraira Academy, and through this academy we had provided already coaching for KVS, NVS, and even for Andhra Pradesh State District Selection Committee, School Assistant English, TGT English, PGT English, and the success should not be spoken from our side. The success is known to this world in the Andhra Pradesh and even in the India also. Many of you must be knowing what is the success we have achieved through these online classes from 2022 onwards. So this time also we want to give coaching from our academy, EMRS PGT English, TGT English, as well as for the Tier 1 paper also. So Tier 1 paper, full-fledged material, full-fledged online videos are available, and as well as for the Tier 2 also. For Tier 2, what is the difference in EMRS this time is, it is descriptive part. So for descriptive part, I'll take live sessions on Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And for Tier 1 examination, whatever the new like domain knowledge is there, then NEP 2020 is there, then Hindi, English, all these recordings are available in the Google Classroom. So I'll take one session on Monday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. for PGT, all subjects for Tier 1 examination. As you know, TGT, PGT, TGT, Tier 1 examination syllabus is same. So for any subject candidate, you can be even postgraduate teacher, you are applying aspirant for PGT, Hindi, Commerce, Maths, Biology, Physics, whichever subject, you can attend for the Tier 1 coaching. Then Tier 2 is specifically for English literature students. Then now actually I wanted to show you the Google Classroom, how it actually works, what are the parts of this Google Classroom, and how the content has been organized and arranged already, so that once you join into the online classroom through this flipped classroom method and paying certain fee amount, then you will get access to this Google Classroom, and in this Google Classroom you will get access to the video lessons, recorded video lessons, and then question papers and materials. So that will be a comprehensive guidelines, comprehensive guidance, and complete material and complete information will be available in the Google Classroom only. So now as you're all in the festive mode, let me not show you that Google Classroom. Whoever are interested, you may contact so that I can make. And there is one condition already, whoever are part of EMRS group already, we decided that 30 candidates will be only allowed in the EMRS classrooms. Beyond 30, I won't take. This is the practice we practiced even for the previous examinations also, and the result was outstanding and the result was very great. So I don't want to go beyond my rules and regulation. 30 students we going to be enrolled into the course, into the Google Classroom. We'll provide you coaching, we'll provide you materials, classes, everything will be provided for 30 students. Already 20 students joined the Google Classroom, so there is only vacancy for 10 students. Okay, now in Google Classroom we use the Google Meets. As you are attending through Google Meet, you can attend the Google Meet and there will be a personal interaction, personal WhatsApp group will be there for the students who enroll into this Google Classroom. And then the third option is you can watch the live stream on YouTube, provided some conditions are there. So I can see now there are I can read 11 people are watching YouTube live stream. So I will try to broadcast and telecast each and every lesson, class, online session on YouTube. But there are few restrictions also there for me. There are few rules and regulations I have to follow. So I cannot guarantee that the live stream will be available on every Wednesday and Monday. There are few restrictions are there for me, so that I cannot override. So if you can watch, if you want everything, if you want entire material, question papers, videos, WhatsApp group inclusion, everything, then you have to enroll into the Google Classroom. Otherwise you can watch just Google Meet. You can join the Google Meet and you can participate in the online classes. You will be allowed to participate in the online classes, but you cannot access to the Google Classroom material like recorded videos and that question papers and all those things. And then if you want to just watch on YouTube live stream, you are allowed. You can watch on YouTube live stream, but you can't access to the Google Classroom material and you will not be giving access to the WhatsApp group for EMRS candidates. Okay, now if you like to enroll and if you want to take a personal coaching and if you want to enroll your candidature into the Dhiraira Academy, so these are the two people you have to contact. There are no other people for our academy. Mrs. Aisha Mola, she's the course coordinator for EMRS, KVS, NVS, APDSC, UGC. For all courses, she is the course coordinator, and Mrs. Durgaran is the managing director of the Dhiraira Academy. So if you are interested, you can contact. Otherwise, you can follow on YouTube channel, my channel, and you will get the videos every Monday and every Wednesday. So this is about the Tier 2 examination. So let me repeat once again. I have 4 minutes only. So let me repeat once again. PGT and TGT English examination has a strategy. You should follow the strategy. For part A, reading skills, and part C, grammar, a different strategy. Part B, writing skills, a different strategy, and English literature part, different strategy. So if you want to clear this examination, or that word which we use now, if you want to crack this examination, then you have to follow these strategies. But let me repeat once again. If you want to write Tier 2, you have to clear Tier 1 examination. So first focus on the Tier 1 examination, get maximum marks, fall into that top 10 ratio for each and every post, and clear the Tier 1 examination. Then Tier 2 will be useful to you. So if you start attending Tier 2 classes and if you take coaching for Tier 2 directly, but if you can't clear Tier 1 examination, then what is the use of taking class for the Tier 2 examination coaching? So we will be more majorly focusing on Tier 1 examination from the next week onwards. And if most of the candidates want even one live session on English literature for PGT English and TGT English, then I'll continue the Wednesday class with the PGT and TGT English literature. Otherwise, if the maximum students, they want the Tier 1 examination to be conducted, they want only Tier 1 examination syllabus to be completed and practice to be, rigorous practice to be given, then from next week onwards, I will change the classes schedule. I will change the topics and we will go with the Tier 1 examination. So it is 7:58. 2 more minutes I have. This is the strategy, this is the technique, this is the method we follow, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. sharp. But the last class was disrupted because of the disruption the power supply and internet. So I purchased 5G Airtel and I placed order for the power backup for the router. So I think these classes will run smoothly from the next week onwards. So it is 7:59. Narendranath sir, if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Actually, I don't have any questions, sir. Earlier, I have written KVS as well as NVS. The pattern is somewhat different from my EMRS, I think so. Right now, the descriptive part is going to be done with the Tier 2 examination in the form of Tier 2 examination. So we need your support as well as your guidance with regard to this examination, sir. Thank you.
Definitely, sir. That I will do. And those who are watching online on YouTube, if you have any questions, you can post your comments in the chat so that I can reply. And if there are no questions from your side, then we'll wind up this session. It is a demo session for PGT and TGT English, discussed strategy, preparation methodologies, all those things. But in the next week, we'll go with a proper setup of classes with a proper methodology, and we'll begin the classes from the next week onwards, from Monday onwards. So the people who are the students who are watching, or the aspirants who are watching on online, not responding, so let us conclude. And Narendra, thanks for joining, because most of the South Indians, North Indians, they are busy in celebrating the festival. But as I told you, the biggest festival in life is success. The day you succeed, the day you become successful, every day is a festival. And those who skipped this class, who did not attend this class, understand this thing. If you clear examination, and if you forget, if you don't celebrate a festival, one festival, or if you don't, or if you skip this entire festivals, you may be Hindu, you may be Christian, you may be Muslim, you may be Zoroastrian, you may be Buddhist, you may Sikh, whoever you are, the biggest festival in your life is the day you clear your EMRS examination. The reason is, if you have money, if you get enough salary, you can celebrate each and every day of your life as a festival. So I believe in these kind of things. I believe that we should sacrifice so many things, then only we can achieve what we dream to achieve in our life. So I really appreciate Narendra sir, though it is the festival time, though the festival
Thank you,
mood
sir.
is going on, you still attend the class, and I believe that you will crack this examination. I'll support my, from my side, whatever I can do. The entire, the team of Dheera Era Charity Foundation, Dheera Academy will definitely support you, will guide you. Not only you, whoever are watching, and even after completion of this online class, recorded video, whoever are watching, is watching, all the best to all of you. So we'll meet again on Monday. Thank you. Good night, Narendra sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.